Hi Cancer, and welcome to your weekly tarot reading. So when I'm shuffling the cards, I'm pulling an additional guidance card. This card, I'm sorry how sort of old it looks. I get very, very attached to my cards because the longer they're with you, the more they resonate with you. So building blocks is very much focusing on the foundations of your life, okay? The earth element, the structures. That can be anything. It can be about a job, it can be about relationships, but it's definitely focused on the fundamentals, Cancer, essentially, okay? So we'll see how this works with the rest of the cards. So we're going to pull 6 cards. We'll clarify if we need to, which talk about the central issues for you for the week. So please give me clear-cut messages for the sign of Cancer, okay? So you've got the Magician behind you, very focused, determined, focused energy on some goals by the looks of it. Your gift is the Two of Wands, okay? Your challenge is the King of Cups. So there's a lot of deep feelings going on here, Pisces, okay? And there might be a little bit of uncertainty about the road ahead regarding a relationship or even your own emotional life, okay? It doesn't have to be another person. It can be that part of us, that king part that very much wants to be in charge of their own destiny. But the Two of Wands is the gift, which means you taking this time of uncertainty, of reflection, is a positive, it's not a negative, okay? So other people are showing up for you as the High Priestess, okay? So there's not a lot of activity when the High Priestess shows up. It quite often talks, if this is a relationship theme, it tends to be an energetic connection, but people aren't particularly expressing themselves because that King of Cups in his shadow side is not very expressive. Okay, it all depends how much a person is in their own truth. If they're going to be the expressive side of the king, or they're going to be the king that just dips his toe in. But because the High Priestess is here, it talks of an awful lot of connection, but maybe not that much action anyhow. Because the Eight of Cups is a central issue and it's right under the Two of Wands, okay? So some of you are definitely going through this period of both these cards, or both cards of reflection. Now what's interesting when these cards show up is there's a couple more cards that come out the deck, so I'm going to pull them out because they're very, very interesting. 2 pages and a Knight came out the deck, and they wanted to come out, by the way, because they were coming upright, not reverse, not back to front. The central issue of this reading, and with the High Priestess showing up here, is a feeling of that there's definitely a sense of a lot of your deeper needs are not being met, Cancer, okay? And there's a need to go on a little bit of a journey to find fulfillment, by the way. I would say through actually quite a lot of these cards are showing it, and I don't know if it's because of this King of Cups character. Well, there's a lot of feeling, but maybe he's acting out his shadow side. So in his shadow, and this is not gender specific, or it's not even sign specific, because we all have water in our chart, or we all have the sign somewhere. It's about feelings that are going on that maybe not being expressed, which is leaving you in a little bit of a state of feeling not knowing what's coming ahead of you and not even maybe sure about how to proceed. So I am really intrigued why straight after this came these two pages in the night. The pages bring news. The Page of Swords tends to be through texting, Instagram, whatever social media. And this is news of some sort of offer. Because the Page of Cups is like the Ace of Cups. But he carries it. He actually brings it forward into form, if you understand what I mean here. Because the Ace of Cups is this eye of the divine, but nothing's actually happening. But the Pages and the Knight actually move forward and show through their actions what's going on. And the Page is actually leading to the Knight, so the heat is going up here. So you've got the Page, the Knight and the King of Cups all showing up, which is the whole family of male cups, which tend to represent a lot of movement forward, but Cancer. For the majority of your week, it ain't going to be like that, because 2-8 showing up. The High Priestess is how people are showing up for you. So people are keeping their secrets and they're keeping their feelings very close to their chest. It's the mystery. The High Priestess stands in between worlds, okay? But she doesn't reveal any of them. So mysteries and feelings are not being revealed here. And that's where the King of Cups is your challenge. And it seems to me that's why you're in this Two of Wands, unsure about the way forward, feeling, well, my cups definitely aren't being fulfilled in here. I feel the Eight of Swords. I feel trapped by circumstances, not able to move forward. And then comes these Pages, okay? It's almost like, yeah, look, told you, with the Ten of Cups. So this is an interesting week for you, Cancer. It's going to be one of those weeks. Most people know what I mean when I say I call it having a tower moment. When you have a week and you just feel everything's a bit stuck. Now bear with me, because these are really important moments in our life. We can't control them. And before we have them, we're always in a state of, I'm going to say frustration. But you have to get there before we get the breakthrough, because it's just the way the world is designed. And sometimes we have to go into these really frustrating places, and then we reach this point of almost a very deep resolve. And then here it comes. Here comes your breakthrough. Here comes what you've been waiting for. The news coming your way. Something that's going to bring great, great joy to you, Cancer. I know it. I want an additional guidance card for you. Another card. I just do, because I love your reading, by the way. I mean, this is a reading, and even though it looks like it's going to be a very non-action week, where this is going is what everyone wants. And you've got the World card, okay? The World card is the last card. So it's a major, major arcana, probably the most major of them all. It talks about things being complete. A lot of people will use terminology that cycles completing themselves, and then we begin again in the Fool card. But when we have cards like that, it comes with it quite often a testing period where we feel nothing's happening, I feel frustrated, I feel lost, and then comes the breakthrough. And this is exactly what your reading's about here. Something this week is going to feel very, very stuck, and then it's going to almost like magic move forward in a very rapid and in a way that you're going to actually like it. And I think you're going to leave feeling hugely blessed, and it's definitely a bit news coming your way. And I would say it's definitely news regarding your emotions, and it's probably to do with this King of Cups actually beginning to own their feelings, or you are, by the way, and actually stepping forward and owning that cup and expressing it. Okay, so either you are or someone else is for you. Who got a very, very similar reading, Cancer, was Aquarius. Okay, if you've got Aquarius moon or ascendant, really similar, almost identical, by the way. And I did their reading first, but very similar reading, a feeling of nothing's happening, and then bang comes the pages. Okay, lovely reading, Cancer, and I'll be back next week. Close to love. Bye.